Here I am, in the middle of nowhere and yet at the center of everything. The Mexican jungle surrounds us, thick, alive. And this Aztec sanctuary, it breathes ancient stories, secrets you can almost touch. I'm Ishal, his assistant. Although assistant falls short of describing what we do here, far from prying eyes. He's Kael, the magician. And boy, does he work magic on me. He brought all his equipment to this lost corner. He says the energy of the place enhances his abilities. I think he was just looking for an excuse to have me like this, trapped between the ancestral and the forbidden. The air is dense, heavy with humidity and the smell of damp earth. My dress clings to my body, a light dress, almost an excuse for fabric that he chose, of course. Kael moves with a confidence that disarms. Every gesture is calculated, precise. As if he were conducting an invisible orchestra of desire here, among these silent ruins. He asks me to come closer. His voice is deep, a whisper competing with the song of some exotic bird. I obey, I always obey. It's part of the game, isn't it? I need you to hold this, he says, handing me a strange object, metallic and cold. His fingers brush against mine, just for an instant, but enough to light the fuse. The metal is freezing against my palm, but where he touched me, it burns. I look up and his green eyes trap me. They know exactly what they provoke. Concentrate, Ishal, he murmurs, though I know he enjoys my confusion. This isn't a trick for the audience. This is just for the two of us. It always is. He explains the supposed trick. Something about channeling ancestral energy, using the object as a catalyst. Pretty words to justify the closeness, the inevitable touch. He asks me to close my eyes. The jungle seems to amplify its sounds now. The buzzing of insects, the rustling of branches, the beat of my own runaway heart. I feel his presence behind me. He doesn't need to touch me for me to know he's there. His shadow, his warmth, it's almost tangible. My skin tingles. Feel the energy, he whispers close to my ear. His warm breath grazes my neck. I swallow hard, trying to focus on the cold stones beneath my bare feet. His hands rest gently on my shoulders. A shiver runs through me entirely. Is it the energy of the place or is it him? I can no longer tell. He guides me slowly, making me turn on the spot. My eyes remain closed, lost in a silent dance dictated by his expert hands. The dress moves with me, brushing against my legs. I imagine how it looks from the outside, me, vulnerable, surrendered to his will under the gaze of forgotten gods. He stops in front of me. I feel his body heat so close. I can smell his cologne, a mix of sandalwood and something darker, more dangerous. Open your eyes, Ishal. His command is soft but firm. I do. His green eyes are fixed on mine, intense, like embers. He holds the metallic object between us. It seems to vibrate slightly now, or maybe it's me who's trembling. Do you feel the power? He asks. Yes, I feel something. An electric current that has nothing to do with Aztec magic. It's the tension between us, so thick you could cut it with an obsidian dagger. His free hand caresses my cheek. A slow, almost reverent gesture. I close my eyes again, unable to hold his gaze filled with silent promises. You are an essential part of this, Ishal. Without you, the illusion doesn't work. His thumb traces the outline of my lips. Is he talking about the trick or about us? I instinctively lean towards him, seeking more of that forbidden contact. The metallic object falls to the ground with a dull thud that breaks the spell. We separate abruptly. He picks up the object, examining it. I compose myself, smoothing my dress, feeling my cheeks burn. The jungle seems to watch in silence. It seems the energy is volatile today, Kael says, with an amused glint in his eyes. He knows perfectly well which energy got out of control. I laugh nervously. Maybe we need more preparation. The words hang between us, loaded with double meanings. He smiles. Preparation is key, he agrees, approaching again. Every detail counts for the audience to believe the fantasy. His gaze travels down my body. I shiver under his scrutiny. He knows how to make me feel naked without removing a single garment. That's his true master trick. He takes my hand, firmly this time. Let's go over your entrance. It's crucial that you capture all eyes. He leads me towards a raised stone platform. I climb onto the platform. From here, the ruins stretch out like a mysterious labyrinth. I feel exposed, like an offering awaiting sacrifice. I want you to walk towards me slowly, confidently. Imagine you are the queen of this lost place, Kael instructs from below. I take a deep breath. Queen. I like the sound of that. I start walking, swaying my hips subtly, feeling the fabric of the dress caress my thighs with each step. His eyes don't leave me. They follow every movement, every curve. I feel his approval envelop me, warm and dangerous like the midday sun. Perfect, he says when I reach the edge. Now, the descent. I want it to look like you're floating, defying gravity and logic. He offers his hand to help me down. I take it, feeling the contained strength in his fingers. He helps me descend, our bodies inevitably brushing against each other in the process. We stand face to face, so close I can count the lashes framing those hypnotic green eyes. My breath catches in my throat. You have a natural talent, Ishal, he whispers. For magic, and for tempting. His smile is pure sin. I bite my lower lip. I just follow the master's instructions. The wordplay is intentional. He knows it. He lets out a deep, low laugh that resonates in the sanctuary's silence. You're dangerous, did you know that? I learn from the best, I reply, holding his gaze. This dance of insinuations is as addictive as it is dangerous. Who is he really? A magician or a snake charmer? He puts an arm around my waist, pulling me towards him. My body reacts before my mind, molding to his. The contrast between the thin fabric and his firm body is intoxicating. We need to rehearse the disappearance, he says, his voice a murmur against my hair. I need you to trust me completely. Trust. That word. With him, trusting is like jumping into the void hoping an invisible net will appear. But it's a leap I'm willing to take. He guides me towards one of the magician's boxes. Large, dark, with strange symbols engraved on it. It looks like a sarcophagus awaiting its occupant. Get in, he orders softly. I hesitate for a moment. Locking myself in there. Feels too intimate, too definitive. It's just a trick, Ishal, he says, guessing my thoughts. But his eyes say something else. They say that what happens in here is no trick. Finally, I get in. The space is tight, dark. It smells of old wood and his cologne, which seems to have permeated every corner. He closes the lid. The darkness is total. I only hear my breathing and the rustle of fabric against my skin. And then, his voice, right beside me. How? I start to ask, but he interrupts me. Magic, dear Ishal. Or perhaps a well-designed secret compartment. His presence in this confined space is overwhelming. His knee brushes against mine. His shoulder presses against mine. There's no escape. Part of the trick requires absolute silence, he whispers. I feel his breath on my ear again. This time, the shiver is deeper, more intimate. His hand searches for mine in the dark. When it finds it, our fingers intertwine instinctively. A silent pact sealed in the shadows. Time seems to stop. Only this small space, his heat, the shared heartbeat exist. Outside, the jungle and the Aztec gods wait. I feel his face turn towards mine in the darkness. I can't see him, but I know he's close, terribly close. Is he going to? A sharp knock on the lid startles us. Kael, are you there? We have a problem with the generator. A male voice shouts from outside. The moment breaks. Kael sighs, a mixture of frustration and relief. Damn it, he murmurs. You go out first, quickly, he tells me. He opens a side trapdoor I hadn't noticed. Magic always has its tricks. I slip out while he answers the voice outside. I step back a few paces, regaining my composure, my heart pounding for very different reasons now. Kael emerges from the box through the main lid, as if nothing happened. He talks to the technician, gesturing towards the generator. He's back to being the professional magician, control personified. But before leaving, his eyes meet mine. A quick, intense look. A silent promise that this isn't over. I'm left alone again among the ruins. The air still seems to vibrate with tension. I touch my lips, where I almost felt his kiss. The sun begins to set, painting the stones in golden and reddish hues. The jungle prepares for the night, and I prepare for the next act. I know Kael will find another excuse, another rehearsal. And I know I'll be there, ready to play my part in his dangerous illusion. Maybe he's unfaithful to someone, maybe I am to my own principles. Here, in this lost sanctuary, the rules of the outside world seem to fade away. Desire is a powerful magician too, capable of transforming reality, creating mirages that trap us. I hear his footsteps returning. My heart skips a beat. The show is about to continue, and the audience is just the two of us. He stops beside me, without touching me, but his closeness is an electric caress. "Problem solved," he says, his voice low and conspiratorial. "Where were we?" I ask, my voice barely a thread. The question hangs in the air, thick with promises. Kael smiles slowly. That smile that melts my defenses. I believe we were about to make the outside world disappear. And as night falls over the Aztec sanctuary, I know I'm lost. Willingly trapped in Kael's sweetest, most dangerous illusion. His hands don't hesitate now. One travels up my back, feeling each vertebra beneath the thin fabric. The other tangles in my hair, tilting my head. The kiss that was interrupted before, now arrives. Slow at first, exploring, tasting. As if deciphering a secret code on my lips. I respond with the same contained intensity. My hands find the nape of his neck, his shoulders. The solidity beneath my fingers is an invitation to get lost. The kiss deepens. There's no rehearsal anymore, no trick, no sanctuary. Only this burning connection, this absolute present that erases everything else. The night envelops us completely, keeping our secret among millennial stones. True magic, after all, needs no audience.